At this point, what we're really looking to do are accent both the darkest details and the lightest details to give a little bit more finish and a better flow to our composition. What I want to focus on first are the very darkest branches in our foreground evergreen trees, and I'm going to address those with a black colored pencil. Now, in most of my colored pencil work, I stay away from black, and I caution my students to stay away from black because the black can often look a little harsh and flat next to the other colors. But remember that in this process, the Claybord robs the pencil of a little bit of its value. So the black pencil won't really look black. It will just look like a darker value of whatever color is already there. So we're going to work down into these foreground evergreen trees using the same sort of scribbly, zigzaggy marks to enhance the branches that we used with the graphite pencil previously. You'll notice that they're not darkening a tremendous amount, but they're just getting a little more refinement, a little bit more emphasis on those darkest values. So we want to continue with that. It isn't even necessary to actually enhance every single branch. You might want to just pick out certain areas to darken so that you get a little more variety in your markings to reflect more the way you would view detail in the extreme foreground region. So you can continue across the front of your composition with that same approach in all of the places that you feel that's necessary. But you also will want to go behind that row of trees to our first hillside and pick up some of the smaller patches of darker shadings on the trees that are growing on that hillside. And we're going to go back to the type of stroke we were using with the graphite pencil, the short, choppy, vertical stroke, to start to enhance a little bit of the texture in that area. Again, not filling in every space, just accenting enough places so that you get the sense of the depth and the detail on that hillside. Continuing further back, you may find places such as the backside of this hill that just need a darkening, a general darkening. And for that, I'm still using the black pencil, and I'm working in a slightly longer stroke in more of what we would call a wash. This doesn't imply something wet. It just implies an even coating of a pencil color to try to unify that area and darken the value overall. So you can continue to do that on any of the places in your hills and your valley areas that you feel need a little bit more value to just bring out the detail on those places. But then we're going to move on to the white pencil to start to adjust our fog a little bit. We did most of the fog with the changing our pressure on our erasers and creating a gradation that way, adding in pencil and creating a gradation that way. But we just want to refine it a little bit more, particularly in the areas where it's a little brighter. Again, like the black pencil, you'll notice that the white doesn't make a tremendous change in the value that's already there. It's just taking that value one step farther, creating just a little bit more texture, just a little bit more of a value change to just give it another layer of finish. That again is in a vertical stroke, kind of a wash stroke like I was talking about with the black, and where we're coming up out of the valleys towards the mountainside, you can again lift your pencil just a little bit, get a little bit of a gradation and a little bit of a change in the amount that you're putting in there so that we get a gradual disappearing of that fog.